Oh hi, I didn't see you there. The series Road to the Revolution is an action-packed educational series that's bound to blow your mind and make you money. This TV show will take a deeper look into revolutions. For Season 1, we like to focus on the American Revolution. We hope to have 13 episodes for this first season, and when it becomes extremely successful, have 24 episodes in the next seasons. Our staff includes multiple highly regarded intellectuals like myself that have worked hard on preparing to make this TV series the best it can be. Here with me today is Dr. Brennan, historian Mr. Soroyan, and archivist Dr. Hodgins, who have all contributed much information and ideas to make sure our series is as historically accurate as possible. Hi, my name is Mr. Soroyan, and I am a historian of the American Revolution. I am primarily consulted for information regarding attire, location, and weapons seen in the show. In the 18th century, attire was extremely important because it marked your place in society. The quality of the materials and the complexity of the outfits declined as the social levels declined. Key locations from 1763 to 1777 include Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and Charlestown, now Charleston. Boston played a major role in the Revolution. It was the economic powerhouse of New England and was home to the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, and Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. New York, like the other locations mentioned, had an influential port. It was also the center of command for the British until the end of the war. Philadelphia is where the Second Congressional Congress gathered to ratify the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Weapons were a deciding factor of the Revolution. Both ranged and melee weapons saw use throughout this war. Melee weapons include the straight-edge blades used by infantry, sabers used by cavalry, bayonets, axes, and tomahawks. The British steel was far better than that forged by the Americans. Ranged weapons included the cannon, howitzer, mortar, matchlock musket, flintlock pistol, flintlock musket, and a Kentucky long rifle. As the war progressed, technology improved, linked to the introduction of new weapons. All these details come together to form the factual basis of Road to Revolution. Thanks for visiting.
Hello, my name is Dr. Brennan. I majored in U.S. history, so I know a plethora of knowledge pertaining to the American Revolution. I have a thorough understanding of many of the key figures and major themes that went on during the Revolutionary War that I have been able to incorporate into our series to make it the most accurate and best as possible. In each of our episodes, we hope to take a closer look at one person, going into more depth about them and their contributions. For example, in episode 1, The Pilot, which is about the Treaty of Paris in 1763 and the French and Indian War, we would focus on Ethan Allen. Since he was a participant of the 7 Years' War, he was born in 1738 in Litchfield, Connecticut. He also fought in the American Revolution with Benedict Arnold. He led the Green Mountain Boys to capture Fort Ticonderoga from the British in 1775. After the war, he petitioned to have Vermont become a state, and when that failed, he tried to have Vermont become part of Canada. Sadly, neither of these were successful, and Ethan Allen died in 1789. There are many other key figures that we would like to take a closer look into other episodes. Another aspect that we will have in each episode is underlying themes. Just a few include taxation without representation, liberty, and unity. We would connect these themes to events today. For example, we could connect how the colonies were taxed without representation to misrepresentation in many of our politicians today. This way, our viewers see that history has core values that do matter and are relevant. So you see, our TV series will have lots of interesting tidbits, like looking deeper into key figures and significant themes, making this the best TV show possible.
I'm Mr. Hodgins, a historian archivist graduated from Oxford University, working in the Road to the Revolution project. Yes, indeed, I have studied the American Revolution mostly in its political aspects. I've learned everything there is to know about in a collection of records about the Treaty of Paris in 1763, the Declaration of Independence, and all the acts in that made the revolution happen or that took part in the revolution later afterwards. Following the first few battles of the revolution, Thomas Paine published Common Sense, which inspired people in the 13 colonies to declare and fight for independence from Great Britain in the summer of 1776. The pamphlet explained the advantages of the need for immediate independence in clear, simple language. Finally, after all the fighting, the Treaty of Paris in 1783 ended the Revolutionary War and made the British leave the Americas for good, and the colonists adopted the American Constitution.